Okay, so it's been a while since I've done something with Grayjay, but I've also got a few more extra things that I can mess around with it. So just the first few things is like obviously in the last time I showed off like how many different platforms you can run on it and things like that. You can reorganize the tabs and things like that, but the sources, they've added so many more sources to it. You've got Apple Podcasts in here, Bilibili, if you're like into that Chinese stuff, and a few others. The live streaming seems to be in beta still with Twitch and Kick, but I've heard some people talk about being able to see, oh, using Grayjay for Twitch, it sounded like. But yeah, just like anything else, if I go back into here, you can see the different features. I can log into Odyssey here with it. If I go to YouTube, it's got sponsor block built in, and they keep updating features as YouTube tries to break things. Return YouTube dislike, sponsor block, these are like built into the plugin itself. And you can enable those settings or disable them as you see fit. I believe the default for the sponsor block settings is to not skip anything. But yeah, you've got those options. But yeah, more sources. Spotify is in there. I haven't seen too much of it working too well with Spotify. So if I go to, like, say, that one, yeah, Spotify doesn't seem to be working the best. My big gripe with it is the fact that the PeerTube 01 still doesn't quite have the implementation for doing custom instances on mobile like it does on the desktop version. Let me see if I can pull up the desktop version, and we will update that plugin. Settings. Let's see where our sources are at. So I don't think I can export that source to my own. But yeah, unless I'm just dumb, then yeah, it doesn't seem to be able to have that too good. But in the other stuff, we can go to settings. Let's see. Import data, home, search, channel, subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Unmetered, 720p, external storage, auto updates, payment. So if I wanted to, say, pay for it, which I'm really highly thinking of doing at this point because I use it pretty much daily, then yeah. So polycentric identity. You can... Oh, harbor.social. I'll have to go and look at that again and probably update some things, but if I go back over here, I can go to the Harbor app, and you can see that I've got like my different identities clipped into here. But yeah, you basically log into that to get your things all set up. And then let me... So if I be that way. Oh, it was down there. Duh. I'm not dumb. You're dumb. Let's see. So it doesn't matter what source I pick. I could pick... Let's go with that one, for example.
Force medallion.
We will... And you can see that it does the resume based on the history. I can tap resume at... And that's a pretty cool feature, but they have changed the way that the comments are formatted somewhat in the bottom panel here. So I can go through recommended, I can go through platform, and I can go through polycentric. And polycentric, if you're pretty much going to be logged in, I think, for the most part, maybe-ish. But polycentric lets you add comments in to there on the polycentric network that is connected to the different stuff. So if I pick someone that has their videos already set Yeah. There aren't too many people that have polycentric in like set up for Grayjay, but the cool thing that it does is when they do have it set up is that it'll show all the channels in the group together. So I can scroll through and you can see Lewis has like his YouTube videos popping up and then his Odyssey videos as well, all on the same channel page. Let's see, we can go to About, so you can see the harbor. That's something. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, and support is there as well. So I can go, can I? I don't think I have mine set up here. Show me, not that one. Okay, so if I pull up my own channel, it should eventually load. Eventually. You can see I've got the whole list of videos here. Nothing really varies too much, but you can, it looks like it consolidates it to whichever one you have as first. And then, yeah, I'm not sure if some of these disappeared or what, but you can see some show up as Rumble. Most of them is YouTube based on certain settings, probably. We will go to channels and you can see I've got Rumble and, YouTube showing up as connected, which is why it does that. Odyssey, I might have to reconnect that, but yeah. So I could tap that, but it shows you everything there. So now what's cool is you've got casting that's available. Now, because I'm connected to Wi-Fi, I can see the streaming box that I had a bit ago that pops up here. So if I tap start on that one, so it's connected to the device now. But I don't have anything pulled up. So what I will do is I will pick on a video here. Or not. I'm going to pick on... Yep, I'm going to pick on you. So if I go back to here...
Force medallion star. I think force medallion is probably...
Okay, so we're going to try that again. Doesn't seem to want to work. I was doing some modifying with the streaming box, so that might be why it's not working. But if I were to pick on the Roku, I could do it that way. But you can see the controls are pretty simple. Yeah. Anyway, some interesting updates with Grayjay. I do highly recommend it. There seem to be more sources being added a lot. So I can go mess around with stuff, platform, recommended. And yeah, scrolling through the comments, kind of fun sometimes on something like this. This has basically been my exclusive YouTube what have you app, except for when I'm live streaming and want to have Rumble pulled up for the live streams there. But yeah, that's pretty much that. For whatever reason, my streaming box is not working, and that kind of sucks. But yeah, hopefully I can figure that out down the road. And Grayjay had a few updates since the last, and desktop on top of that. So yeah, if you liked the content, if you enjoyed it. If you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.